Meow Magic. In every home there is probably a storage room or an attic where old items are kept, in the hope that they will come in handy and see the light of day again. In the grandmother's little house, instead of the storage room, there was an attic. It was there that everything unused at the moment was stored. And it was precisely there that the little brother and sister loved to play when they were brought to their grandmother's for the summer. On the attic, the children would have their fun, inventing various mischiefs, reading fairy tales aloud, and sharing stories with each other. To them, it wasn't just a room filled with heap of junk and a skylight. It was their enchanted kingdom. And the thing they loved most of this kingdom was a beautiful ancient painting hanging there, around which they usually played. Painted in an Eastern style, the artwork depicted a striking black panther against a backdrop of a crimson moon. One evening, as the moon was full and as crimson as it appeared in the painting, the siblings lingered on the attic until late and, in their haste to leave, forgot a book of magical fairy tales on the floor. In the moonlight, a touch of magic seeped from the pages of the book and touched the painting. Suddenly, the painted panther stretched and gracefully leaped off the canvas. Its contours were blurry and misty, but its eyes shimmered with green light. After a quick survey, the panther noticed the book of fairy tales still emanating magic, and made its way towards it. Yet, as it stepped onto the patch of moonlight where the book lay, it recoiled in pain. You see, the panther, though brought to life, was still a shadow itself, and the light caused it unbearable anguish. The only way to rectify this was the book lying on the floor, the source of its animation, through which the Black Panther could become real. After contemplating for a moment, it crouched and patiently waited for the moonlight to wane. But suddenly a boy entered the attic holding a lantern. As soon as the panther saw the light, it darted into a dark corner. The boy hurriedly picked up the book and swiftly left the attic. The panther tried to follow, but the brightness beyond the door forced it to retreat. The warm summer days and short summer nights went by, and the brother and sister continued playing in the attic, but they no longer took the magical book with them. Instead, they always had a lantern, and the panther had no choice but to wait, hiding in a dark corner. But this wasn't beneficial for her, as she began to fade into the darkness. Only her glowing green eyes separated her from the surrounding shadows. Late one night, having lost hope of regaining the book, the panther decided to return to the painting. However, her attempt was in vain, and she fell from the canvas with a loud crash. Hearing the noise, a little girl climbed up to the attic. In her hands, she held the very magical book. Seeing the book, the Black Panther's eyes gleamed, and she leaped towards the child. "Kitty!" the little girl joyfully exclaimed. The girl's brother rushed up to the attic at her cry. In the moonlight, he saw his sister holding a small black kitten with gleaming green eyes, gazing at the moonlight. On the floor, with glossy pages open, lay the book of fairy tales. Perhaps the magic book truly aided the panther in gaining tangible form. Or maybe it happened because of the moon, or thanks to one little brave girl who believed in fairy tales. But regardless, the formidable creature that once resided in the attic had transformed into a little marvel. The Rabbit Reader read for you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and dream.